I walk inside.
Me too.
So you walk to the door, and it is locked.
Oh,
It's almost like somebody with a really nice house would lock their doors.
I knock on it.
cop knock.
Ah! You knock on the door. Someone opens it, and it seems to be a beautiful young servant woman. She looks
Hello.
at
Hello
you.
there.
Well, hello.
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 Good morning. How are
Hi.
you doing?
Good.
Hey.
Hi. You all talk so much. What do you want here?
Serpent thing.
Oh, you are looking for the captain. The captain is
Yes.
around back reviewing candidates to go on the ship for
We
the-
are the
That's
candidate.
That's
I'm a candidate.
Exactly.
Yes, we should go out back.
A very strange looking candidate. Yes, just right around that way. The governor and the captain are in the back of the. Just the gates are open. Just go.
Thank you very much, young
Go
lady.
in the. Yes, you're a pretty man with your very short beard. I have not seen someone with such a short beard in so long.
I'm working on it. Please, let's not bring attention to the face.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry, Soul. She called you a man.
And she said you had a beard.
That is the first compliment I've had since I've arrived in these lands. It makes my heart fire.
I think she
Burn
was hitting
brighter.
on you.
Why would she hit me?
It seems to be what everyone else does.
I typically try to avoid violence unless it's forced upon me. So what you're saying, Ragnolf, is I should burn her?
No,
No?
I'm saying that she seems to already be burning for you.
But she's clearly not on fire.
Different burn.
Inside her heart. That's what he's saying.
I mean, yes, John Redbeard, everybody has internal flame. The
She
flame of life.
Her flame of life burns.
I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
ma'am.
Boy, she likes you.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
What?
He's new to the ways of love.
Oh, she's already closed the door.
I'm shouting that through the door. And then I guess we'll go around and jump the gate to go into the back.
All right.
I step over the gate.
Roll dexterity for jumping the gate.
Excellent. I have rolled a -1.
Yes,
Okay.
I will.
You are stuck at the top of the gate. You can't seem to hoist yourself up quite enough to get over the gate yet.
I walk
If only
through
the gate were unlocked.
What did you say?
No, you
Blaine?
don't understand. I'm walking through the gate.
I have rolled. Hold on.
A 3 to walk through the gate.
Okay, a 3 from you. What do you got, John Red?
I think that is a 2.
Okay, you got a 2, and what do you have, Soul?
I am going to look to see if there's a way that I can just politely enter without causing a ruckus.
There's
Okay,
now a hole
you
in the
can
gate.
actually walk through the open gate that she told you about.
Oh,
So you walk through the open gate.
look at this. It pays off to be
Thulgrim-
short.
Thulgrim actually plows through the gate, knocking it over with Ionar with it as he
Excellent.
continues to
I have
stomp
now gotten off.
forward. And John the Red, you just make a flip to jump over the fallen body of Ionar and make it over the toppled gate.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad news bears.
I rolled a 3 to continue the roll into a standing position.
Ah, you've made it back to your feet. And as you do, you see as you make it around the large governor's mansion that in the back there are several large warriors all combating each other before the seated governor, and next to him the man that you recognize from the tavern last night, the one that they call Serpent's Fang, as these people battle harshly in front of them to try to prove their worth to become Seabourne.
I
feel
look
like I
over.
should not have left my axe.
You look over to Ragnolf, and this man, he wanted me to cook for him. I guess does this mean I go to the kitchen and make, full course meal to prove my worth?
Naturally.
Okay.
I
You have
rush
to
in
prove
and
your worth
with my
above his
with
cook.
my flail to knock people out of the way that are
Do it with your
combating.
strength.
Seven.
Oh,
So as you run through the crowd, several
I
of them
run-
are plowed away from you.
I'm watching as this happens, trying to figure out which ones react the best to what Thulgrim's doing.
I
Nice.
run in screaming, "It's playtime!"
I got a 4 to find
guess that's a
the best reactor.
I would like to follow in his wake and like
That's a
use my
little-
dexterity to like dodge anyone that had fallen in my path.
That's a little terrifying to see, not going to lie.
I'm like running behind him.
All right, Einar, roll wisdom check, and John the Red, roll your dexterity.
I got a 4.
And John, you got a 3. So you are managing to evade the flying bodies being trucked out of the way of Thulgrim Bloodwind. And Einar, you are noticing that there are a few of the warriors in the crowd that are doing very adeptly at combating and blocking and parrying against Thulgrim Bloodwind's flailing flail and axe. Saul, are you trying to find food to cook?
I will go and see, I guess, what task this Serpent Fang has in store for me to prove my worth.
Okay, so you're just going to walk over to him?
Yes.
All right, so as you walk up to the I guess there's no way to say it, like back porch that they sit on, raised platform, I guess. You walk up to it, and the man with the large mustache says, "Ah, you, boy, I remember you from the tavern once. You're the one who drinks very fruity drinks."
They don't complain about liquor. It is what it is. It does its job.
Hey, as long as we get to drink until we're full and we get to be with all the women crowded around us, right?
Sure.
I knew I liked you for a reason, small lad. Come up here, we talk more. You
Okay.
tell the governor about your crazy trick with fire.
Oh, you want me to give demonstration? I can fight someone maybe, how to cook something, flame boil.
The governor sitting next to the captain. He's a little bit older looking than the captain himself. He has dark hair and obviously the crown atop his head. You can tell that he's got kind of a stare that goes out against the crowd, and his hands resting on the sword that's propped right next to the throne next to him, with black leather clothing and a fur cloak and gold trimming everywhere, chains and jewelry. He looks out at you. His right leg seems to be stretched out in front of him, and the other one sitting regularly. But he looks at you and he starts to clear his throat a little bit. And he says, I am told you have very amazing talents. Talents that could come in very handy.
If that is what that is what he wishes to call them, then yes, I would say talents. I just always study them more as a gift. But I guess that would make them more the same.
Gifts are given. Were they given to you?
I honestly do not recall.
You do not remember where you got such gifts.
I just remember having the knowledge there, and then one day I was sitting at the campfire. It was like the flames sung to me, and I reached out and they did my bidding.
So they are not gifts, they are blessings. You have received these blessings from the Dani themselves.
Perhaps it's kind of a silly dream, really. I want to ascend and become a new Dani, if you will.
Well, don't we all wish to escape the mud, filth, and blood of this world? Some of us are made for it, though. Look out there, that large brute of a man.
Yes, he
He
is.
will obviously become one of our Seabourne, and we will send him to the ocean. And the ocean will take from him as it takes from all of us.
Yes,
It does not matter your size. It does not matter your strength. What matters is if you are smart enough to find your way back to the land.
I will make sure to keep that advice noted.
One should, or else they will find themselves eaten by tide runners.
Yes. But as far as what I can do to prove myself to you, what is it you would like?
I tell you what, I would find worth in seeing what you can do against that brute right there. Show me how your blessings can fare against a monster of that size. If you manage to survive, then maybe you too can be Seabourne.
I look out over the crowd, and I guess obviously he's talking about Thulgrim, right?
The captain sitting next to him says, yes, obviously he is talking about the large man that is laying waste to all the men who have come here before us. You must prove yourself, or else what worth are you?
It will be done then, and I head out to Thulgrim. Excuse me, Thulgrim. Excuse me, big tall man.
Little bit busy here.
Yes, I understand, but you see, the captain and the finely dressed gentleman he is with have told me for me to be proving my worth to them, I have to last in the fight against such unseemingly odds. We talked about the Dani. You are what some people would refer to as a god amongst men, with your strength and stature. It would be a great honor to fight you.
You want to fight against me?
That seems to be what they want, yes.
But why?
It is. Look at me. I am scrawny. I am small. There is not a lot of worth in me for being a Seabourne. But if I can last and fight against you, then maybe they see something.
They want me to fight against a matchstick.
Yes. It's very spot on. Nice joke there. It's not one I haven't heard before. But I tell you this now, in case you wish to do this honorably, and we, take several spaces back and then attack, or I don't know how do you normally do these things.
Okay, well, first off,
and as he talks, I draw my bone dagger and try to cut him in the gut.
Roll dexterity for the speed of that attack.
Okay. That is a 3.
And obviously, Thulgrim, you can roll dexterity to see if you can catch or defend against it.
Can I roll to see if I can find some old popcorn in one of these pockets?
You may actually roll to see what your pockets may hold.
That's going to be a 0. Because I'm still talking.
No popcorn.
You have found no popcorn in your pockets. I'm sorry. One of them seems to have residue. It's sticky, maybe like some sort of jam, like a jelly or a jam.
I put my fingers in my mouth. What is it? Is it jam? I better be.
Tastes of elderberry.
Ah, yes. This is healthy. This is good.
Sol, you have managed to successfully slash your dagger across the gut of Fulgrim Bloodwind.
Excellent.
Fulgrim, you've felt this scar into your skin. It was unexpected for you. You did not see it coming.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and get more elderberry goo.
I would like to follow up the slash with my left hand to jab it into the slit and ignite fire within.
All right, Fulgrim, you run your hand along your face, feeling the scar across your cheek.
All right. I counter with the flail.
All right, roll for strength. And Soul, roll for dexterity to follow the attack with your jab.
That's
Can I
Be a
roll?
5.
3.
I would like
5.
to roll to see if I can find bread to go with the elderberry goo.
Yes, you can also look for bread. Chocolate bread.
No bread.
No bread.
Ah.
Just jab. Soul, so basically what happens here is as you go to follow up your attack, you notice that he's coming down with the flail, and you manage to try and jump out of the way of the flail, but it smashes into the ground with such force that the ground actually explodes underneath you, shooting up chunks of dirt and rock, knocking you backwards.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. I honestly didn't think I would score that first blow on you. It was a bit dishonorable and deceitful, yes, but you must understand. I am but a tiny mouse against a lion.
I remain silent as I stare intently at him.
I'm going to study the nature of his weaponry. Can I make out possibly what his flail is made out of?
I throw the axe at him.
Do you want to check the flail or the axe?
I guess at this point I'll be checking the axe that's flying at me as I attempt to move out the way.
So for your check, roll for the wisdom. Fulgrim, roll for strength to throw the axe.
That would be a 4 for my check.
It's going to be a 3.
All right, so as the axe soars through the air, you actually feel a strange connection to it. And you hold out your hand as the red emblem of the bird upon the axe glows bright red and stops in its tracks, igniting with fire.
Didn't see that coming. Neither did I.
Obviously, you did see it coming. You caught it.
This is news to me. Is this first time for you?
What is this?
And in his confusion, I thrust the axe back with a added burst of flame.
All right, so you both roll. Actually, Saul, you're going to roll strength Constitution for your flames, and Fulgrim, go ahead and roll for dexterity to try and catch the axe coming back at you.
-1.
-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. I'm going to give you options. All right. So, Fulgrim, you can either draw on your Constitution, and Saul, you must figure out something that you're willing to sacrifice.
Now, what do you mean by draw my Constitution?
Roll for Constitution.
Roll for Constitution? Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 0.
Can it
Alright.
be anything?
It can be anything.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of something. I'm gonna say this out of character. I'm trying to think of something that would be impactful, but I can't think of anything right now. I'm thinking like emotions, maybe.
You're going to need something that is made of energy. So there are people around you. Something combustible.
Oh,
Fire can't grow in air without something to eat.
I look at one of the many candidates and I'm like, sorry. And like I squeeze my fist and he just drops, just dead.
All right. So as you do this, many of the other candidates back away from you as the man instantly combusts and the flame of the axe grows even brighter as it flings itself back towards Thulgrim. You said you rolled a 0?
0, yeah.
All right. So as it flies back at Thulgrim, an explosion of flames as it hits its owner, its wielder. And everyone shields their eyes, trying to block away from the brightness of this explosion of great flames. And even Saul tries to look deeply into the flames. And as the flames start to clear away, you see the mountainous man still standing, holding the axe now. His skin seems to be darkened and almost different from before, as if he's changed in some way. Go ahead.
So what happened when he caught the axe and reflex, he turned into his metal skin.
That's
Many
so
of them
cool.
probably wouldn't understand this, but they do understand that your skin looks quite different.
It's really shiny and darkened.
It's like iron. He's Iron Man. Amazing. There must be a scientific explanation for this. Iron Man.
All right, Saul.
I'm going to rush in and continue the assault. All the while, I guess, yelling at Thulgrim, I hate to do this to you, and I'm sure it's going to be immensely uncomfortable for you. As I reach out my left hand, I'm going to try to make contact with him and essentially force him into a extreme state of heat exhaustion.
All right. I know you're watching this from the sidelines with John the Red as he licks his cake pockets.
Actually, the guy that I identified, I was planning to try and go in and take him out of the fight before he had a chance to go at Thulgrim.
Want some of this elderberry goo? It'll help in the fight. I think I have some left here.
I may use that later for the burn.
It's healthy. It's good.
So I'm going to use one fate and do parry this, you casual, and throw my flail at him this time, which is not etched in red.
All right, so Saul is running towards Thulgrim with his hand. Thulgrim is preparing to throw the mace at Saul. Einar is...
I'm attacking the guy that I identified in the crowd.
So the random guy that's in the crowd, clearing away from the two seeming gods.
I'm using my hunter's knife.
All right.
And basically using the pommel to strike him in the head.
And John the Red continues to lick his cape. As Saul and Bloodwind start to close in on each other, everyone feels the intensity in the air, and a voice calls out, stern and clear and deep, as it says, "That's quite enough. You've proven yourselves kindly. I'll take both of you on my ship before you melt the whole house down."
And
very well.
Upon hearing those words, I tuck and roll between Thulgrim's legs, hand gracing the land, that and it just turned the pattern into like a miniature little desert where I touch.
All right.
You're
All
not-
of you have come here have heard the name Serpent's Fang. I am Captain Jack Kennick, and if you're gonna ride with me, you've got to be the toughest son of guns. I don't even know what guns are, but you're sons of them if you're gonna ride with me. Who here is willing to become Seabourne? Raise your hands, make yourselves known.
I am.
I raised my hand.
I raised both my hands. He just raised one. I raised two.
I raised my hand as well.
I'm raising another hand too.
I raised the hand. As
I'm
my
very
tag
excited
in
about
it.
being a Seabourne.
John the Red's got somebody else's hand in his hand.
I got it last night. Came off some guy. They were gonna burn him. Don't tell
Then
anyone.
you and your excitedness obviously are good to be on my ship. And if you follow Captain Jack Kennick and you ride upon the Storm Rider, then you shall journey into the East Sea with me. We will find the Eastern lands and we will raid them until we have all of their treasure, all of their gold, all of their women, and all of the glory.
At the mention of the Eastern lands, I get very excited.
A wild huntsman, I see. And what would you bring to my crew?
I can tell you the weaknesses of 3 or 4 of these men already.
I see, so you watch and you use your mind as a weapon?
Yes, you must weaponize everything to survive in the wild.
Then maybe
The wild,
you can...
I am the weapon. Ha!
You are something, that's for sure. Where we lack in one thing, we make up for it in others. Well, then we are eastbound to honor. If you ride the great dragon with me, then you're surely going to bring honor to your families. I
Will
have
we get to
ridden into
fight
the East Sea.
dragons?
Dragons, I've heard tales of dragons. You don't honestly think they're real, do you?
I've seen many crazy things in the gladiatorial games. But a dragon, it has to be real.
You're not from Valcoria, are you?
Why, certainly I am. I am the champion of Valcoria.
Well, I think I actually went there one time. I drank too much mead, spent too much money. It's like going to a place where what happens in Valcoria stays in Valcoria.
It is a place of many marble wonders.
Yes, they spend a lot of money on making things look pretty. That's true. I like to spend my money on things I can enjoy, though. Women and booze.
Axes.
Axes are always very fine, nice things to use as well.
Axes are fine.
That's something we have in common, my friend. I spent all of my money on my gear and my weapons. Because I love them.
I reach to show them my axe and then remember that I don't have it with me.
I'll show you my axe.
I go to make sure the Thulgrim isn't severely wounded from our encounter.
The captain stands up from his chair, and he's got like a long brown leather coat. He doesn't wear like a cloak like most people that you see, but it's a brown leather cloak. And he announces to you,
Axe.
before the sun sets this evening, you meet at the bay, and you prepare to ride upon my ship, the Storm Rider. You become one of my Seabourne. You become a part of the lead ship of the entire fleet. He turns, and as he turns, you notice that the back of his coat has a symbol of a burning star surrounded by 3 round objects to symbolize the Source Father and the soul moons of Valos.
I am so excited! Adventure, glory, fights!
Axes.
These things all sound great.
He hears you and he says, "Yes, great warrior, I agree with you. It is always good to find yourself before death finds you."
That is true. I grew bored of these gladiatorial games. I needed something real. I needed an actual challenge, which is what I'm hoping to find.
Then meet me at the shore tonight and don't be late.
I'm going there right now.
All right, so Thulgrim stomps off.
He doesn't want to be late, so he's headed there now.
He doesn't know what time is, so he's just like, I'll just go ahead and go.
So if he falls asleep,
Exactly.
he's already there.
I'm headed to the blacksmith to see if my axe is ready.
All right.
I guess I will try to have some parting words with the governor and the captain before I head off to the bay.
Okay, the governor still sits in his throne.
I'm gonna find that servant girl we met and put in a good word for my good friend here.
All right, you can also do that. So we'll go by the numbers there. Einar, you just walk off to go find Rhea and your left axe.
Yes.
Saul, you walk up to the governor, and what do you have to say to him?
Hopefully, I have proven what you and the captain were saying that it is not about the size or how big or strong you are. They appreciate the opportunity, though.
Yes, young man. You have proven a great deal about yourself. You did try to fight with your wits. Some may not call it honor, but honor does not keep one as old as me alive. I know that well. I long for the days that I used to be able to fight with such fury and fire as you. But I am afraid that day has left me behind. And I must sit here and send young men to their deaths and hope that they can survive long enough to bring me back gold and money.
You have my word then, sir, that I will do everything in my power to ensure that every member of the crew that leaves tonight comes back alive.
Well, I part you with this one order from your governor here. Come back victorious, or do not come back.
Wouldn't think of it any other way, sir.
All right, John the Red, you sneak into the governor's house to try and find his servant.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's there? What smells of elderberry?
Ah, you like elderberry?
Ah, it's just, the crazy red-headed man from before. Oh no!
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to say, I got the hint that you had a thing for my friend, my young friend. Well, it took some what? Go on, the young lady.
What do you do? I don't understand.
You know, the one that didn't have a beard, but you said he had a beard because you like him. That one.
Oh, the one that looked like a very pretty woman.
Yes. Anyway, he's fantastic, and you're right for liking him. But he's going to go away and do some amazing things. But when he comes back, I want you to be waiting for him.
I tell you what, sir. I will listen to your
wrong.
words, and I will
He's like a son
stay...
to me.
Ah, he's your son.
No, he's like a son. He's very young. He's like 12.
Well, then maybe by the time he gets back, he'll have been older.
He's a manly 12.
Well, yes, he did see. He had tattoos, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know
Manly,
what?
Very manly.
I tell you what, sir. I will
No peach
stay
fuzz beard. That's
right
somewhat.
here. I won't ever even leave here. I will stay here, and I will work here until he comes back.
All right, I'll tell him.
And
You
then
know,
possibly even after he comes back, I will continue to work here.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see you when we get back.
Yes.
You'll be so
As
excited.
long as you still have eyes.
Oh yeah, I plan on having eyes. Why? What do you know? Why are you laughing at me?
I don't
This is a
know.
very
anything.
serious question. Can you see the future? Did something happen to my eyes?
Maybe.
This is not a joke. What?
It mayhaps.
What?
Who? I don't know. It could happen.
Oh, Jesus, woman. Anything could
Who's
happen.
that? I don't know who you're talking about.
Huh?
What?
Oh, it's something my brother's always going on about.
Maybe you should put a cloth around your eyes to pretend as if you're already blind, so that way you can keep people from trying to take your eyes, and then they've been tricked.
I might as well not have eyes. What am I protecting them? You're a strange girl. I don't know if my son is good enough for you.
I don't know if he is or not. But
no, he is. I've had enough of this. You're crazy. I'm going to tell my son you're crazy.
You tell him, and I tell you what, I will stay working here.
I'm glad I came. And
I'm glad
learned
that
who you truly are.
Yes. It's always good to know people for who they are. You should always know all of your allies very well.
Yes. Oh, one more question.
Maybe more answers. I don't know.
All right. Do you have any bread?
Bread?
Oh, this elderberry goo.
Yes, I think there's some rye bread in the kitchen.
I don't like rye.
Well,
anything
that's all
else?
we have. No.
All right, thank you for your time.
And thank you for your words, kind old sir.
I'm not old. I'm only 40-something.
Oh,
Young.
you are very old.
Oh.
It's great that you've lived this long.
Old is like 50.
Oh, 50, yes. Well, the captain is very old.
Is he 55?
How did you know?
I don't know.
Do you have the eyes of a wizard?
Maybe. I said I didn't know.
Are they in one of your pockets?
Let me check. Hold on a sec. I have to roll. I'm gonna check, see if I have any wizard eyes, was it? All right.
Eyes of a wizard. It must be you see the future.
All right, let's see. Let me check my pockets. I don't know if I see any eyes or not. There's some gooey stuff in here.
Is it more jam?
I don't know. Here, taste. I put my finger in your face.
I prefer not to, sir. Is this in order?
Is this elderberry or some other kind of goo?
No, this seems to be boysenberry.
You know what?
How much jam do you carry around in your cape, sir?
You know, I honestly don't know. I don't even know if this is my cape.
Did you steal this cake from a jam maker? Are you all right, sir? You seem to have got a twitch about you.
Hey.
Hey?
I've had that since I got hit in the head.
It was
Hasn't gone away yet.
I can see that you were hitting the head quite hard.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take my leave, lady.
Don't take it, but you are allowed to go. Yes.
It's mine for the taking. So good day.
The leaves.
Yeah, the
The
leave.
trees own the leaves. You can't have the leaves.
No, the leave. I'm taking my leave.
Just one of them?
Yes, just one. That's all I need.
A singular leaf.
That's
It's a
backing
leaf
up.
if it's singular. It's
Backing
leaves
up.
and jump.
I'm leaving. I'm disappearing.
All right. So I've reached into one of my pockets and I found something that belongs to the good John the Red. If you need some, it's just your jam. If you need more,
You can keep it. I'm out of here.
you don't deserve my jam anyway.
What do you
No,
mean
thank
if he
you.
needs more?
You're not ready for my jelly.
John's full of icebreakers.
Oh god. Viking Muppets have to get me.
I'm going for real now. You keep your jam.
Please tell me what happened around this when I was leaving the backyard.
Yes, you saw the crazy old man arguing with a young lady that she must wait for you forever, and he was constantly licking the jam from his pockets and shoving it in people's faces.
I don't understand you, John the Red, but you are very funny, man.
What do you mean funny?
You can make me laugh.
Like funny, haha?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get to the bail before we get in more trouble.
So, did I have any trouble getting my axe back?
I know you are back at the blacksmith's tavern. How's that going between you and Rhea?
Hello, girl.
Hello.
I came back for my axe.
Yes.
I hope you sharpened the right one.
I think I did too. Or I hope I did too. I just kind of like casually hand him the axe.
It's the one with the bear on it.
I hand him both axes just to make sure.
Oh, you sharpened them both? Thank you.
Yes.
I take them both and I put them in holsters on my back that I didn't have. They're really just holes in the cape. I could use someone like you to keep my axe sharp.
Are you going somewhere?
I'm going on the ship. I am now a Seabourne.
Oh,
I was a huntsman, but now I'm a Seabourne.
I don't think I'm allowed to go on that ship.
I don't think you were allowed in the Wayward Dog either. It doesn't seem to have bothered you.
You have a fair point.
Did you want to go? I could show you how to sneak on, I think. It's a boat. I don't think people
You mean
will
like a
notice you.
stowaway?
Unless you can convince them that you should be on otherwise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sharpening weapons is a valuable skill.
Yes.
We're going to need them sharp when we get to where we're going. They say there's a lot of raiding.
Where will you be going?
To another land to raid it and bring back their riches.
I can get down with that, yeah.
There will probably be lots of axes to sharpen.
Yes. Which means lots of business. Which is good.
Yes.
All
Business
right,
is good.
I'm gonna
I
come
think.
with you.
Business is like hunting, right?
In a way,
Good. Then hunting is good, so business is good.
yes.
A voice booms out from inside the blacksmith's tavern. Useless girl, what are you doing now? What are you doing? You're just sitting here talking to people all the time. I told you to sharpen the axes. Do something useful with yourself for once. I cannot believe your mother ever left me with such a useless dog to sit here. I tried to make use of you. You do nothing. I can't hear you. You must speak up. You can't even talk. You just look at me all the time. Blank eyes. I tell you, sharpen axes. Sharpen axes. Get to work.
Then give me an axe to sharpen.
You talk back to me, your father. I cannot believe you would ever talk back. Why couldn't you be more like your brothers? Go off and be Seabourne. Go off and do something with yourself.
That sounds like an excellent suggestion.
Who are you? What do you want here? You have an axe for me.
I am Einar. I just got my axe back.
Why are you so lonely?
It is well sharpened. It is a nice axe.
Well, maybe you could use it to cut some of the stink off of you, you ugly huntsman. What do
No.
I care?
I am Seabourne.
You
I
do
was
not
huntsman.
see. You were stinky, you still stinky. Nothing you call yourself is going to change that. You want her? Fine, you take her. Get her away from me.
Ha!
I don't need her.
Excellent. We have our blacksmith.
Yes.
Before we go, and I look at the guy, and I say, you will tell her that she is valuable. And I give him a hunter's glare. I'm spending a fate to do that. To intimidate him.
Look. You do whatever you want. You have her, you want her, she's yours. That's fine. You just take. It's fine. Go.
Tell her she is valuable, and I will take her.
Even a bucket has value. Yes, there must be some value to her. You take her. Make her go. You must need her for something.
You see? He says you are valuable. Now you go.
Thank you.
And I give you the stag axe before we leave, so that you can take that with you. That's your axe now.
Okay. I can work with that.
Excellent.
Now, we must make it down to the harbor.
I think
Does
you
he-
mean stagcellent.
Stacks on stacks.
Pack what you need, and I will meet you at the bay.
All right. So
I just got kissed by
I
a red
will
hawk.
use plot protection here and go ahead and fast forward y'all down to the bay.
Excellent.
The night is falling, the moons are rising, and you see a large ship, much larger than the rest of the ships that are parked or docked. They're docked at the bay. It's got the carving of a large dragon's head at the bow of the ship, almost seeming to roar with its mouth snarled open, its tongue draped out. Large billowing sails, all of them with beautiful silken threads stitching them together. The wood is polished black. The entire ship itself seems to be one of the crown glories of this place, of the entire Seabourne culture. They put a lot of effort into it. And blazed across the side, you see large metal shields that are latched along the side of the ship, each of them adorned with the marking of the blue shield and the golden dragon's head, which is the emblem of the Seabourne culture. and you see yet again Captain Jack Carrick, the Serpent's Fang, as he stands atop his ship, and he preaches out to all of those who have come to join his crew, and he says, "Welcome, riders of the storm. You have come to make way for yourself, to make honor for yourself, and to join together hand in hand across all these great lands, to show all of you that the Seabourne are the most worthy warriors that Valos has ever known, that we are so worthy of our strength and our arms that we will never fall, we will never quit, we will never surrender until we have found our true selves, our true nature, until we have proven who we are. And in so doing, we have completed all tasks set before us. Whether we have forgotten our names and the faces of our fathers, may we find them on this journey. Whether we have a missing destiny that we seek to find, may we find them on this journey. If it's self-worth, or if it's visions of horrible times, or if we just want to prove we can rise above the stature we were born with, this journey will complete those tasks for one and all. So come with me, riders of the storm. Prepare yourselves and sharpen your steel, for many monsters lie in the East Sea, and we know not what we will find on the eastern lands, but when we get there, we will make them fear the Seabourne. He raises his fists in the air as the crowd shouts and cheers. And
Raise all my hands.
Yes, all three of them.
All of them. I throw one onto the deck.
Blood streaks across the air as he throws 7 limbs, and everybody looks around trying to figure out whose arm is missing. And the loading, they lower the boards and the ropes so that you can load onto the Storm Rider and make yourself at home.
I'm the first person that runs onto the ship.
It tilts slightly as you do.
I will immediately go to familiarize myself with the kitchen.
It is a good place for any woman to be.
I go to the kitchen as well. I need bread.
Yes, it seems that your jam is unaccompanied.
Not rye. It's gross.
I set my axe down on the bench next to the sidewall and get ready to help out with whatever I need to do.
And Rhea, how do you plan to get on the ship?
Uh-oh.
Can I just pretend that I'm one of the Seabourne and just act like I'm supposed to be there?
You do have an impressive axe.
You can try. Let's do that with, let's see, how would you use your deception? Charisma. Roll plus charisma.
All right. Okay, that's a 4 total.
You strut like the best of them. For a second, somebody actually thought Saul was a woman, and they were so busy yelling at him to get away from the ship that you managed to sneak right past and load yourself into the lower cargo bay of the ship. Success. Excellent job, my friends. You have introduced yourself to the realm of Valos with uniquity and humor and honor. All of the above check marks have been checked. I have enjoyed this time with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about Saturday Night Gaming and all of our great podcasts to be shared, to be enjoyed, and to be listened to over and over again. Thank you always for joining us and listening to us and having fun with us. Until next time at the same Seabourne time on the same Seabourne channel, this is Tony Stevens signing off with my crew of Storm Riders.
And our axes.
And all of their axes. They truly are bad axes. All right.
All right.
And we'll check you next time. Thanks for joining me.